Asia Wilson has definitely been in the headlines these last couple weeks, man, in regards to Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is thriving this offseason, balancing high-profile appearances with legends like David Letterman and taking a well-deserved break from basketball. Yet, a curious connection keeps emerging, all pointing to one name, Aja Wilson.
Aja Wilson found herself in a situation involving Caitlin Clark.
Following the revelation of Caitlin Clark's record-breaking $100,000 virtual speaking fee, a tweet highlighting a curious leak from Aja Wilson's camp has stirred whispers of jealousy and pettiness. Fans quickly took notice, questioning why Wilson seemed to insert herself into the conversation yet again. Is this a calculated attempt to keep pace with Clark's rising fame, or just another instance of Wilson's privilege rubbing people the wrong way? The internet is buzzing, with comparisons that are as sharp as they are amusing.
I don't know what it is, but these women forever hating on CC, dog. It's looking real spooky out there for a bunch of these WNBA stars.
Caitlin Clark has a knack for making headlines effortlessly. After a historic rookie season with the Indiana Fever, where she led the team to their first playoff berth since 2016, her star power continues to rise. What sets her apart, however, is how she's owning the offseason, not with splashy endorsements or dramatic announcements, but through quiet, impactful actions that showcase her exceptional talent and character.
I think the thing about leadership is like how you approach every single person is going to be completely different. And I think the thing that's helped me be successful throughout my career has been the relationships that I've been able to build with people, and every single person you have to approach differently because they come from a different background, they come from a different place. Somebody can be a little more tenderhearted, and for me, I probably want to be screamed at. Like, it's just everybody's a little bit different. So I think that's what's unique about leadership and being able to understand people, but that takes time and building relationships.
Caitlin Clark has transformed her voice into a powerful asset, captivating audiences at corporate events, charity galas, and educational forums. She's not just excelling on the court, but also shaping conversations around leadership, resilience, and health, and she's being compensated accordingly. Her $100,000 fee for a 30-minute virtual session has set a new benchmark, surpassing her entire WNBA rookie salary of approximately $76,500. Remarkably, despite the hefty price tag, her schedule is fully booked. From headlining events with business icons to a recent sit-down with David Letterman, Clark has become a beacon of inspiration far beyond the basketball world. She's also seamlessly balanced this whirlwind of appearances with Pro-Am golf tournaments, community initiatives, and off-season training. Through it all, Clark has stayed focused on what matters most, her health and future preparation. "I need a break from basketball," she admitted in recent interviews, a rare and refreshing sentiment in today's relentless hustle culture.
I feel like basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflect.
This focus on balance has only heightened Caitlin Clark's appeal. Fans admire her not just for her skills, but for her humility and perspective. She's living proof that you don't need controversy to command attention. While Clark is content to let her actions do the talking, not everyone has remained quiet. Just as she was settling into her off-season groove, whispers of a one-sided rivalry began to ripple through the WNBA. A series of suspiciously timed leaks hinted at jealousy and competition. Though Clark has stayed above the fray, one WNBA star seems determined to drag her into the spotlight. Enter Aja Wilson, the reigning MVP. When a curious leak from Wilson's camp suddenly inserts her into the conversation, it raises questions. Is this a harmless coincidence or a calculated move? Let's unpack the drama.
Aja Wilson is currently back in the headlines after news surfaced. She's charging $100,000 for speaking events.
Caitlin Clark's offseason has been a masterclass in poise and professionalism, effortlessly balancing high-profile speaking engagements, golf outings, and well-deserved downtime. In contrast, Aja Wilson has made headlines for a different reason, a curious leak about her speaking fee. According to a viral tweet, $110,000 for a 30-minute virtual appearance, igniting a firestorm of online debate. At first, it seemed like a typical celebrity power move. The timing raised eyebrows. The leak surfaced just days after Clark's $100,000 fee made waves. While Clark's appearances highlighted her marketability and discipline, Wilson's alleged fee drew skepticism and, let's be honest, more than a few eye rolls.
He's talking about, she's charging $100K for speaking events, and fans is like, Shrek? Since when? And like, you only doing this because of Caitlin.
Social media users were quick to connect the dots. Why did this leak conveniently surface right after Clark's headlines? One fan sarcastically quipped, "It's like Aja Wilson has an alarm set to go off whenever Caitlin Clark is mentioned." The message was clear. Fans calculated attempt to shift the spotlight back onto Wilson.
Wilson is the queen of the delusion. She's absolutely the queen of the delusion.
But wait, there's more. Both Wilson and Clark turned down offers from Unrivaled, the new 3-on-3 league. Clark's decision was clear, focusing on self-care after a tough season. Wilson's camp, however, leaked that her offer was bigger than Clark's, despite her reasons being vague. One fan put it best: "Nobody asked Oja. You could have just said no and kept it moving."
Crazy, because literally nobody asked, and sources close to Asia Wilson decided to answer anyway.
This isn't just about speaking fees or Unrivaled. It's a pattern. Releases for other athletes, sparking rumors of preferential treatment. Her victories, while impressive, became the subject of memes after the AC's playoff humiliation. Fans are starting to see her moves as calculated attempts to stay relevant in a landscape dominated by Clark's humility and authenticity. Caitlin Clark has never hinted at a rivalry and continues to stay focused on her own path. Yet Wilson's persistent efforts to win. Fans are noticing, and they're making their opinions heard. If you've made it this far and enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Now, back to the action.
Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off.
If the leak was meant to boost Wilson's standing, it only underscores something fans have been complaining about for years: privilege. While there's no denying Wilson's talent, her accolades speak for themselves. Her approach to fame and competition has often drawn mixed reactions, and this latest move has only added fuel to the fire. Take the infamous Nike line took center stage. It was reportedly at the expense of leases for other players. For fans, not just about the sneakers, it became a symbol of how Wilson's career is positioned as untouchable. The phrase "privilege on display" trended on X, with one user quipping, "When you're Aja, the world waits even when it doesn't want to."
Find the woman to build a brand around. Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Caitlin Clark. Instead, in the early Clark era, Nike stock has tanked over the span, and the CEO just got ousted. By the way, though Clark got famous around 22, if you want to buy her shoe, you could be waiting until 2026 or 2027.
A lot of views. Like, you say it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, obviously. But, like, she understands her privilege. And, like, when pushes her over the top, in a sense, it reminds me a lot of you. And I mean,
WNBA players were demanding to be given credit for elevating the league. Angel Reese claimed that she, along with their pretend media, they wanted us to believe that the WNBA was exploding in popularity. They wanted to keep all the credit for themselves while downplaying the impact of the only star in the league, Caitlin.
They've tried to do everything they could to make the most of the situation. They tried to make the most of Caitlin Clark not playing by hinting everything and basically making people think that Caitlin.
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great. It looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my.
He talks about like the effect that we have on them, but also they have the same effect on us. And I think that's what's really cool about it is to see how much joy it really brings them, and it brings their families. And that one game where they spend 2 hours of their whole entire year has such an impact on their entire childhood. And I think that's really cool.